The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now your...
Quickly now, we'll look at the two guys who'll get the ball here in Game 3. With that, a look at the Cubbies' starting lineup. Who are you focused on, EK?
Well, Matty, the guy I'm here to see is Big Chris Bryant. He works hard at his craft, and he really knows what works for him at the plate.
Scott Kazmir gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. What's your take on him, EK?
Yeah, Matty, he'll look to build off of his last start where he got the win and only allowed 1 run.
And with that, let's take a look at the defensive alignment for the Dodgers. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, remember, this manager has not jumped on board with all the defensive shifts. Still that old school mentality, plays guys straight up. So we'll see how that impacts this game.
Dexter Fowler will dig in now, and he's picked the wrong time of year for his bat to go silent.
Yeah, just 1 hit in the series so far for him, and they're going to have to get more out of his bat. He's got to make sure he doesn't press up there, or that average is going to continue to go south.
And we are underway from Dodger Stadium as the first pitch is taken here for ball 1.
First pitch, 7:07.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Expected to get a little cooler as we go on, but the temperature at game time 68 degrees. Kazmir gets the sign, ready with the 1-1 pitch. Line drive to center field. And a diving effort in center, but it's going to skip right on by him. Fowler around second. He's headed for third.
Well, you can kind of give him a little bit of a pass here because he's such a good defensive center fielder. But he gets this one all wrong. And as a result, he's going to allow his man to make it all the way up to third base with what's eventually going to be ruled a triple.
Chris Bryant gets the first crack at an RBI here tonight with the leadoff man stationed at third following the leadoff triple.
Well, you're in a great position right here to pick up that RBI and secure the early lead for your team. Just focus on putting the ball in play.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1.
Oh, now there's a location you want right there. If that ball gets hit, you're just going to bang it into the ground all night long.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
2 good pitches so far, both of them right at the knees. And you got to start thinking center of the diamond here. Shorten up a little bit. You've got to put something in play.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
And even on 1-2 now, you've got to expand the strike zone a little up there. You can't go down looking here. You've got to put this ball in play.
In the air out toward right field. Ethier on the run. He's there to make the catch, and here comes the runner from third as this should get him on the board. The runner from third crosses the plate, and they've taken a 1-0 lead.
And after the leadoff triple, this is just a case of a guy taking care of business out there with a runner in scoring position. All he's trying to do is get something airborne here, and that's mission accomplished as he gets the easy sacrifice fly.
Anthony Rizzo will get his shot now. Great power numbers during the regular season. Still searching for that first home run in the postseason, however.
And these guys really need him to start producing because it seems like pitchers have the upper hand in the postseason. You're always facing the other team's best. And they've pretty well neutralized him all October long.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
Boy, it's so important to be able to strike first in a postseason game. Get that first run in, especially when you're the team playing on the road. Hopefully you can take a little life out of this big crowd.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Woody Keller.
Well, Matt, Woody calls a good game more often than not. Although he has been known to get a little flack from time to time about his consistency, especially on the corners of the strike zone. We'll see if that comes into play.
Hernandez giving chase. And that's the second out of the inning.
Batting fourth, left fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
Stepping in, Kyle Schwarber. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First offering on its way. And he'll start the at-bat with a slider that didn't miss by a whole lot. It's ball 1. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. And he misses again, 2-0.
Yeah, a little unlucky here to be behind 2-0. Those first couple of pitches haven't missed by a whole lot.
That one's more like it, he says. Back to 2-1 now.
And at the plate, if you've got an umpire helping you out, no reason to go after a borderline pitch on 2-0.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Slapped hard the opposite way. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon.
Some guys, you almost do them a favor if you pitch away from him. Here, he's just doing what he does best. Great balance here. Good swing path, and he drives it the other way.
Ben Zobrist will dig in here, and it's been a series to forget for him so far as you see the numbers there.
And with these guys just one game away from going home, he may not have too many more opportunities to turn things around. He's got to make every at-bat count from here on out.
And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Figure we'll probably see a heavy dose of that sinker here tonight.
It's really a pitch you'll lean on it, especially when he needs that ground ball. But even in situations like this where he's just trying to get ahead.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole. Chopped foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Hit hard on the ground to second. Throw on to the first baseman. Gonzalez will take care of him, and the inning is over. 2 hits in the inning lead to a run for Chicago. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. The Cubbies are in front 1-0. Time now to check out how the hometown Dodgers line up in this one. EK, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, keep an eye on that number 2 spot. He's got some wheels on him, and that's a big part of why he's successful at the major league level. Routine grounders become tough plays. Singles get turned into doubles, and what would have been a 1-2-3 inning suddenly becomes a rally.
John Lackey will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. Eric, any thoughts?
Yeah, Matt, he did his job in his last start. He threw 7 complete innings, but still didn't get a decision. We'll see if he can get the W this time around.
With a moment now, let's take a look at the Cubs' alignment on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, this defense is really anchored up the middle, and most specifically, the guy over at second base. He turns the double play as well as anybody in the game, has a lot of range, and really takes away a lot of hits from the other team.
Howie Kendrick will get a shot here, and he's looking to get off to Schneid, hitless in the series so far.
And he's an important guy to get going. If they're going to have any chance in this series, he really needs to start getting a little more involved.
Softly on a line to third. And this will be gobbled up fairly easily down there at third for the first out.
And here's a situation where maybe if he's trying to go with this pitch, he might hit this ball a little bit harder. But instead, he's up there trying to pull it, and he hardly gets anything on this line drive at all.
Here's Carl Crawford now. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Swing and a line drive, but foul. Bases are empty, 1 man out. High in the air and deep to left center field. Back goes Fowler at the track. He can't get there in time, and now it hops over the wall for a ground rule double.
Yeah, he gives this ball a pretty good ride out there. And I don't think he was going to be thinking about 3 anyway, but you see the ball pop up and over the wall, so he'll stop at second with the ground rule double.
Here's Adrian now. As he'll take a look at ball 1. One out and a runner on second base. And here's a fastball in for strike 1. 91 miles an hour that time. Now a pickoff play at second, and the runner back easily.
Just keeping an eye on him.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Now a fastball that just misses here as the count moves to 2-1. Runner at second here with 1 man out. Fastball is looked at for strike 2.
And you know what? These days, so many guys are throwing in the high 90s. It makes those mid to low 90s guys look easy. But I'll tell you what, if he mixes his pitches well, it can still be plenty fast to have to deal with.
Oh, and a good curveball that time as it's taken for a called strike 3, and there are 2 away. And with 2 away now, let's give you a look at what's happening in the American League Championship Series, as they've got a good matchup going on over there as well. Corey Seager will stand in now for the first time, coming off, well, nothing short of a dynamic performance last time out.
Well, it makes you wonder how they're going to attack him here in this game. I would bet that they're a lot more cautious with him.
set. Here it comes. Hit hard towards second. And that's in there. Base hit. Around third and being waved on home. The tying run is in to score from second. It's 1-1.
Batting fifth.
Oh, this one really hurts. You don't mind seeing this quite as much with the bases empty, but this one's going to cost them a run.
Justin Turner will stand in now, hoping to duplicate the performance he turned in last time out, albeit in a losing effort.
Yeah, but I don't think you can pin that loss on him. He was tremendous. He just needed a little more help.
And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball.
1 ball, no strike.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
And this is what you got to do up there, Steve. You got to wait him out.
Yeah, and if you can lay off the off-speed stuff, that's when you're going to get your fastball to hit.
3-0 now. Green light here on 3-0.
Yeah, I want my run producer swinging the bat. It's my number 7 hitter? Probably not.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with 2 out.
Batting sixth, right fielder.
Here. In there at the knees, strike 1.
And that's what he needed here with 2 outs. He couldn't afford to fall behind another guy here in the inning, so that's a good job to jump in that driver's seat with strike 1.
Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Looking to minimize the damage here. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball.
Yeah, a good job here of working himself back into a hitter's count, especially with 2 men on base in front of him.
Oh, he wanted that one, but it misses for ball 3. You have to figure that he's really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No free rides. You got to make these guys earn it.
And he misses again. Ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball.
Boy, early on here, his command is nowhere to be found. That's back-to-back walks now. It's like somebody snuck into the ballpark and moved home plate.
Standing in now with runners in scoring position, Kike Hernandez. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
Russell is there to make the catch, and they'll escape the bases loaded jam by giving up just 1 run. I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging by this bunch. Back with more from Game 3 after this. Shane Victorino makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
Shane Victorino.
Kazmir's ready. Here comes the first pitch. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Hard liner toward short, but this is yanked down out there at shortstop for the first out.
Batting 7.
And that's one of those plays where you might need to
Addison
reinforce the laces on your glove
Russell.
after this inning ends. This is a fastball, and it is hammered. I mean, hammered out there. But he's going to wind up with nothing to show for it.
Here's Addison Russell. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
And, you know, I think it's going to be important that when guys get their pitches, they take advantage. There it looked like he was taken all the way, and he may not get another pitch that catches that much of the plate.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Well, you know, when you're behind an account like this, it's all about changing your approach at the plate. You got to shorten up a little bit and just look to put the ball in play.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
Down the third baseline. Turner's got it. Throw to first gets him, so Kazmir's looking good to start the inning.
Batting 8. The pitcher, number 41, John Lackey.
Into the box now, John Lackey, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And here is strike one call to the 37-year-old veteran up there. 0-1.
Tonight, borderline calls, you got to be swinging.
2 out, nobody on. Oh, can't spot the cutter any better than that. 0-2 now.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure.
Not too sure how you take that one on 0-2.
Yeah, I'm not too sure how you call it a ball either.
Hit out towards second. Barehanded on the hop. It's in time.
No way. That was awesome.
3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. We'll go to the bottom of the second, tied at 1. Yasmani Grandal strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
Yasmani Grandal.
And there's the fastball from Lackey, 0-1.
Yeah, and that's the swing of a guy hoping for a first pitch curveball right there. If he gets it, he hammers it. If not, he's about 3 feet too late.
Grounded to the right. Zobrist is able to get there. Throw in time at first. A nice play in short right for the first out.
Yeah, and he had to range deep for this one. And you've also got to worry about that ball hitting the lip of the outfield grass. So you got to hang with it just like he did, and he made a nice play.
Standing in now, Scott Kazmir. As he swings and hits this one fouled off to the right and out of play. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Strike 2 called on the inner half. 0-2 now.
Well, it's becoming pretty clear that that's how they want to attack him. Run that cutter in on his hands. Hopefully get him to hit something down on the label.
0-2. Here it comes. Can't quite get the low outside corner there. It's 1-2. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And he missed with it up and in to even things at 2-2.
Well, these are just extra pitches adding to your pitch count. I don't see why you wouldn't just go right after him.
Set to deal on 2-2. This one's blooped out toward right center field. Zobrist onto the grass. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting.
Wow, that's got to be a frustrating at-bat right there, because you feel like you're all over a pitch, and then maybe your mechanics break down just a little bit. You get underneath it, and it just becomes a harmless pop-up.
Howie Kendrick stands in for the second time. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he put a good swing on it last time, so we'll see if he can make one fall here.
Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 1-2-3 go the Dodgers. We've played 2 full innings, and we are tied 1-1. Miguel Montero steps in here to start out their half of the third. Top of the order to follow.
Yeah, and you know he's the number 9 hitter, but you've got to go to the plate right now thinking like a leadoff guy. Just find a way to get on base and then give those 1, 2, 3 guys a chance to drive you in or do something.
Kazmir has his target. Here's the first pitch. Now a fastball to start the third. That misses. It's ball 1. This one's a strike. It's 1-1. And he's a little too high with that one. 2 balls and a strike. Chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
Well, when you have a guy 2-2, you can throw something out of the zone, try and get him to chase. But when it's that far below the strike zone, it becomes a lot easier to lay off.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
And when you know you've got a guy in protect mode up there and he's fouling off pitches left and right, that's when you know you can just keep taking him further and further away. He winds up getting the punch out here on a pitch that's well out of the zone.
Here's Dexter Fowler now. Swing and a ball lined hard towards short. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
And you know, that's what they needed. It's just a 1-out single, nothing too amazing, But now at least you get that guy into the stretch and maybe give your guys a little hope up there.
Chris Bryant digs in here, having earned an RBI on a sac fly in his first plate appearance. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Runner on first here with one gone and a 1-1 tie. Now we'll snap one off over to the bag. And the runner back. Now a swing and a weak little line drive over to first. The tag will get him coming back to first. It's a double play and the inning is over. Carl Crawford will come forward to lead things off here for the Dodgers, with Adrian Gonzalez due to hit next.
Carl Crawford.
Into the windup and the pitch. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0.
Big John wanted that one. That looked pretty good.
Ball two.
And after that double in his first at-bat, you can tell they're approaching him with a bit more caution here. Well, they should.
And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1. Line to the right side. But this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first out.
The minute he hits that, he's thinking it's a base hit all the way. But it's one of those situations where you get penalized for hitting the ball too hard. And this stayed up long enough to find the outfielder's glove out there.
Here's Adrian now. As he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
And if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. And this ball is crushed deep down the right field line. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. And look out. Up and in and nearly took his head off. I think he took a little exception to that location.
Yeah, and so would I if I was down there. If you want to work inside, that's fine. But once you get up over the letters and closer to my head, now we're talking about a different story.
This is pulled into right, but this will hang just long enough for him to run it down in shallow right for the second out.
Yeah, it took him a few batters to get it going in the first, but after that first inning run, he's come back to retire the next 6 in a row.
Corey Seager stands in following an RBI single his first time through. First pitch here misses wide. 1-0.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
2 out, nobody on. That's wide. 2-0. chop this one right side. Rizzo is there, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. A strong inning that time out of John Lackey. And it remains a 1-all tie. Anthony Rizzo is ready here as we begin the top of the fourth.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
Kazmir into the windup. First pitch on the way. Sinker to open the AB, and there for strike one.
Yeah, the best way to neutralize this guy's power, just keep putting pitches right there.
And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
And sometimes you can mistake being patient for being passive. I mean, unless he was really fooled there, that's a pitch he needs to be swinging at.
On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. 0-2 count, and the pitch. And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Broken bat as this ball's hit on the ground. Throw to first in time. One gone here in the fourth.
You know, you always worry about the pitcher in a situation like this because he's the closest one to the action. So, of course, he has the least amount of time to dodge anything that comes his way. But he concentrates well enough to get the baseball and throw the guy out at first.
Into the box now, Kyle Schwarber. As he'll watch a slider that stays inside for ball one. One run on 3 hits. One error for the Cubs to this point. Lays off again, and it's 2-0. In the dirt, it's 3-0 now.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
And he'll just make him throw one over here. 3-1. Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. That's in there, and it'll run the count to full. 3-2.
Yeah, and he's trying to make sure that he doesn't allow that first walk. He's worked it back to full count now after being behind in the count. 3-0.
And that misses for ball 4.
That's an easy take right there on the 3-2 pitch. Not all that inviting at all. You want to at least make the guy think about hacking up there. Instead, now he's on with one away.
Ben Zobrist stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
Well, I think it was a sinker that he rolled over.
It's a bit too wide. It's ball 1. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
Well, one of the real strengths of his game is that he's not going to go after a whole lot of bad pitches out of the strike zone. So he's a guy that's going to make you earn it by only swinging at strikes.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Ethier sprinting after it, but this will wind up being a foul ball. Runner on first here with one gone and a 1-1 tie. Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. This one sinks low and a touch outside. It's a full count, 3-2.
Now the question, do you send the guy on 3-2 with one out? You figure you're going to get something around the plate.
Full count here. Here comes the pitch. Liner towards second. And a reach to his backhand side at second, but this finds a way by.
The right fielder, number 8, Shane Victorino.
So 2 men are on with 1 man out. And here's the versatile outfielder, Shane Victorino. First delivery to him on the way. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1.
Oh, he wanted that one. Probably should have got it, too.
Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Just missing here, 2-0.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in the strike zone.
Ready with the 2-0 pitch. And little doubt about that one. That's in there, and it's 2-1. Has a look, now the pitch. Tap foul at home plate. And another foul ball. And again, he's unable to keep it fair, but he's putting together quite a battle at the plate. Now a ball lined to the right side. And they will apply the tag between first and second. It's a double play, and just like that, the side is retired. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. All tied at 1-1. Justin Turner will stand in to lead things off for Los Angeles. And he'll be followed in the order by Andre Ethier, waiting his turn on deck. Here's his swing, and just foul, says the umpire, and he was right on that one. The windup and the 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Fastball taken inside for a ball. 2-1 now.
Well, this is a spot where it helps to have a two-seam fastball like that, so you can work in on the right-handed hitters.
Drilled to the right side. Zobrist is there. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
The right fielder, number 16, Andre Ethier.
Andre Ethier will stand in. He drew base on balls his first time. Here's the first pitch to him. Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
And after walking him the first time around, he's all business here in the second at bat.
That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
That big curveball is not an easy one to take on an 0-2 count. That's a great job of holding on.
One out, nobody on. Chop foul right at home plate. 1-2, here it comes. And Ethier will hang around a little longer as that misses to make it 2-2 now. Ball 3. 3-2 now.
He tried to get him to bite on that pitch, but it was way out of the zone there. It didn't even tempt him. Now he'll need to make a much better pitch here on a 3-2 count.
Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. To first. Rizzo is there, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
Center fielder number
So with 2 gone
14.
here in the 4th, let's check out our pitch speed comparison for the 2 starters. And both of these guys working in pretty much the same realm. Just a 1 mile an hour differential from 94 down to 93 as the top speeds. Kike Hernandez in now, popped out in his first trip. Here comes the first pitch. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. Not close. It's 2-0.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to think twice about that one. And now he's got a good hitters count here, 2-0.
Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0. You figure he's taken now on the 3-ball count.
Maybe even taking 2.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all.
Now batting, catcher,
Yasmani Grandal will dig in now, hoping to perhaps make him pay for the 2-out walk.
Yeah, nothing going on earlier in this inning, but a chance to make some noise right here. Those kind of walks often seem to come back and bite guys somehow.
And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1.
And you know, you get stuck sometimes being that number 8 hitter, trying to work the count and trying to buy a little extra time for your pitcher. Now, that's a pitch right down the middle that maybe a number 4 hitter jumps all over.
And he falls behind 0-2. The 0-2 home. Not in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. 1 left for L.A. 5th inning coming up, tied at 1. Addison Russell will step in now to lead off the inning as his guys look to maybe break the rut they've been stuck in.
Yeah, and after that first inning, it's been all zeros since. And once he kind of got settled into that groove, he's been a difficult nut to crack.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. A swinging bunt to the mound. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Yeah, and that's not always an easy play for a pitcher, especially when he has to barehand the ball. But luckily, he's got plenty of time out there, so he's able to set himself and then make a good, strong throw.
Into the box, John Lackey. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half, it's 0-1.
Well, anytime you throw a first pitch strike to less than 50% of the hitters you're facing, you're looking for trouble, but not so in this game. We're in the middle innings here, and he's still pitching well.
A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error for the Cubs to this point.
Yeah, he's able to set down his opposite number there, and I'll tell you, these two guys have pretty much matched each other pitch for pitch so far.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and stepping in now is the catcher, Miguel Montero. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe 4-seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Trying to strike him out for the second time. Well, he went for the knockout pitch that time, but a good eye, 1-2.
A classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
He showed him that slider running away 2 times in a row. Now might be a good time to call on that 2-seamer running in.
Hit sharply on the ground to the left. Throw will go to Adrian at first, and with it, the side is retired. Cubs are down in order. Halfway home, all even at 1 apiece. Scott Kazmir will come forward now to start things out against his opposite number. And these two have matched each other pitch for pitch here through the first half or so of this ball game.
Yeah, I think we had an idea runs might be hard to come by. You know, maybe not this hard to come by, but both of these guys have been just about flawless so far.
First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes. Got him out on his front foot there as it swung on and missed for strike 1. Lackey steps into the windup, coming home with the 1-1 pitch. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Fowler is in his tracks now. 1 down.
Up next for the Dodgers, second baseman, Howie Kendrick.
Back to the top of the order now, and stepping in is the second baseman, Howie Kendrick. Called a strike on the outer half. 0-1.
1 strike.
Bases are empty. 1 man out. Hit on the ground to short. Gloved by Russell. Throw on to first, and Kendrick is gone. 2 away now.
The left fielder, number 3, Carl Crawford.
Carl Crawford steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Line drive to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
And they're able to keep the inning alive as you check out the numbers on his performance so far. That's just the third hit he's allowed to this point. He's been pretty much in control the whole way.
Adrian Gonzalez will dig in now. He's struck out and lined out in his first 2 at-bats.
Yeah, he hit that ball pretty hard on the line out. He just couldn't get it to fall for him.
And Lackey jumps ahead of him here with the fastball. Strike 1.
Boy, we're well into this ball game now, and he's thrown 70% first pitch strikes to all the hitters he's faced. And when you can get ahead, your results are going to turn out well.
Bounce to first. Scooped up. Onto the bag with it is Rizzo, and the inning is over. Dexter Fowler will be the one to lead it off when we come back. We've played 5 full, tied at 1 aside. And there is Dexter Fowler. He'll go to work trying to do something about breaking this 1-1 tie.
Dexter Fowler.
And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
Chased out of the zone there, and he's down 2 strikes.
Well, it's just game 1 of this series, but you almost have to wonder if they forgot to pack their offense when they got on the plane. It's been nowhere to be found so far.
On the ground to third. Gloved by Turner. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Now batting.
You get a look there at his pitch breakdown so far. Well, that sinker of his is a great weapon to have, and he picked the right spot to use it there.
Chris Bryant comes forward to bat again. He was the victim of a double play last time around. Ball 2 now. Here he comes on 2-0. Swung on, missed. 2-1. That last pitch, number 80 for Kazmir. 2-1 pitch is a sinker, swung on and missed. 2-2. One out, nobody on. Chopped foul over towards the dugout. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Cutter, and it doesn't make it back. 3-2. Waiting next is Anthony Rizzo. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Grounded down the third baseline. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller, the thought is that you've got to get out there and hit the ball before it sinks. So that means if you're a right-handed hitter, you got to jump out there and pull it. And that's exactly what he did.
Anthony Rizzo will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far. Some action in the Dodger bullpen now as it appears they have both a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. And here's a sinker that causes him to back away as that just about got him. And he misses low with it, 2-0.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
Kazmir sets. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Hit to first. Gonzalez is up with it. To second for one. Back to the pitcher covering. It's a double play, and the inning is over. One hit in the inning, but no one left. To the bottom of the sixth we go. 4, 5, and 6 coming up. All tied at 1-1. Corey Seager will stand in to lead off the inning. Middle third of the lineup. 4, 5, and 6 as they try to get something going.
This whole lineup's been pretty quiet all game long. Just the one run. That's it.
Behind on that one. Now behind in the count. 0-1. Hit hard to the right side. Zobrist has it. Throw on to first in time. One away.
Now batting, third baseman, Justin Turner.
Settling in now, Justin Turner. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. And he takes ball one.
1-0.
Bases are empty, one man out. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Around first, on his way to second now. And he's not stopping. He wants 3. The relay throw, the tag, and he is called out trying to stretch 2 bases into 3.
Well, once this ball got out there, you figured it was a sure double, but he decided to risk it and try for 3. It's a pretty big gamble to take when you're already in scoring position, and here it doesn't pay off.
At the plate is Andre Ethier. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Oh, and 1. Here it comes. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. A little bouncer. That's a foul ball. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
Yeah, and on 1 and 2, when you know the guy at the plate needs to protect, that's a great spot for that curveball. A lot of guys, they would have gone fishing for that.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Dodgers down in order. Score remains tied 1-1. Back here at Dodger Stadium. On to the 7th now in Game 3, but before it gets underway, we take a look at our game summary through the first 6. Kyle Schwarber will come forward now to begin the 7th inning in what's been a very briskly played ball game here tonight.
That's what happens when you get 2 starters that are on top of their game. It's been great pitching, great defense, not a lot of base runners, and a very even game through 6 innings.
First pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a ball yanked down the right field line. And there's your go-ahead base runner right away as this is down for extra bases. And your go-ahead run is in at second base here with a leadoff double.
The second baseman, number 18.
Yeah, and that moves the go-ahead run into second base here to start their half of the 7th inning. And I'll tell you, you're not going to get many better opportunities than this to scratch out a lead here this late in the game. So this is one that they're going to need to take advantage of.
Here comes the Dodger manager making his way toward the mound. And that's going to spell the end of the evening for Scott Kazmir. He departs in a tie ball game, but is responsible for that runner at second, so the best he can hope for is a no decision here. Yimi Garcia will come on now as he'll take over in inning number 7.
Number 63, Yimi Garcia.
Here's Ben Zobrist now, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0.
And this is a big spot here in this ball game. You've got to be able to move that guy up 90 feet. It's a must in this situation.
Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with nobody out. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1.
Yeah, there's a good one right there, right over the top, and just fire that thing in there.
Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. Swing and a high pop drifting into foul territory. And this will be taken in by Adrian for the first out.
Well, this is certainly not a situation where you'd expect the guy to be bunting, but you're hoping he can give you a little more than a pop up. That hurts in a spot like this.
Shane Victorino digs in, looking to send something into the outfield that gives that go-ahead run a chance to score from second.
Well, no complaints on this end, guys. You've got to love any game that's this tight, this late.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one. Outside for a ball, 1-1.
And I think they'd stay out there again, maybe for the rest of the at-bat.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 1 away. Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball. 2-2. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, here's the pitch. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Lifted into the air out towards center field. Hernandez shading to his right. 2 gone. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now.
And now you think back. If the previous guy could have made a productive out and got that runner over to third base, this would have been a sacrifice fly and they would have scored a run. Instead, you've got 2 outs now, and that leadoff double still sitting there at second base. Wow, the importance of fundamentals.
Addison Russell will stride forward now. He's bounced out a couple of times already here in the ball game.
Just a little off on his earlier swings, guys. You've got to keep that top hand palm up through contact to keep him rolling over.
Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1.
I think that's consistent with how the strike zone gets called nowadays. That's a strike in the rule book, but most umpires won't give you that pitch anymore.
Back up the middle, and that'll get through. It's into center, a base hit. Around third and being waved on home. But it is not in time as they take the lead here in the late going.
Well, nothing will put a smile on your manager's face quite like a 2-out RBI. Well, things weren't looking good. He looked like he was going to get stranded out there, but he comes through to drive him home.
John Lackey steps in to try and keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single.
And that's a nice job right there to drive in the run by the last guy, and it can definitely fire up a team when someone comes through big time with 2 outs.
In there, strike 1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Yeah, when that's upstairs like that, that's a pitch you got to leave alone and make him bring something down.
Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2.
On 0-2, if that's a curveball, a changeup, a sinker, then maybe you get a guy to chase. But it's much easier to lay off a pitch down there when it's a straight fastball.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. So a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Bottom of the 7th inning upcoming in L.A. Get up and stretch. It's the Cubs 2 and the Dodgers 1. Leading off the inning, Kike Hernandez, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, this has been a great game so far, and they're only down by 1. So getting this leadoff guy on would be huge for them.
And he lays off there, 1-0. For that man right there, just the 1 run allowed. The question is, can he make that lead stand up?
Well, he hasn't shown too many signs of cracking so far. He's got the look of someone right now who's ready to go the distance.
Up top, it's 2-0.
And down by a run, a leadoff walk would certainly help the cause. He's got to shrink that strike zone here and not chase anything that he shouldn't be swinging at.
Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose. Lackey gets the sign. Here comes the pitch. 3-0 now.
And it goes without saying, but this has to be in the strike zone. You don't want him on base to start off the inning.
From the windup, the 3-0 pitch. And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
You know, when you're holding on to a slim lead, you just can't walk the leadoff guy. I mean, those are the ones that really come back to haunt you. So he's really going to need to work towards getting a ground ball here.
On his way toward the mound now is skipper Joe Madden. And it appears we're going to have a pitching change, as that'll end the night for John Lackey. So he'll depart with the lead and a chance to be the winner, but he is responsible for the tying run at first. Neil Ramirez will get the assignment on the mound here, as he'll enter with a runner at first and nobody out.
Neil Ramirez.
Yasmani Grandal will be the first to stand in against the new pitcher, as he'll do so with a runner at first and nobody out. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
So often playoff baseball comes down to the bullpen, and this is going to be a bullpen game from here on out.
And he misses with it, 1-1.
Ooh, you might have felt the squeeze on that one. That might just change the whole complexion of the at-bat.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Now it's swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Ready on 1-2. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. We're in the 7th inning now of a pitcher's duel. 2-1 our score. Here's a high pop-up. Rizzo is there for it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
And that's telling of how they've swung the bat. This has just been a punchless offense so far. And this pop-up is pretty indicative of their struggles.
Chase Utley will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 26, Chase Utley.
At corner, it's ball one.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
The set and the 1-0 pitch. That evens it up 1-1. Runner at first here, one man out. In there, 1-2 now.
Well, he's not letting them get a gauge on anything here on those first three pitches. He saw a slider, a fastball, then a big curveball. Now he's set up for almost anything on a 1-2 pitch.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. Protecting with 2 strikes, went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive. Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it. 2-2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. On a big curveball is in there for a called third strike, and there are 2 gone.
And that is a big time to come up with a strikeout in a tight game like this. You still got that tying run over there at first, but with 2 away now, you don't necessarily need a ground ball to get you out of this.
So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Howie Kendrick. And he does so representing the possible go-ahead run.
Yeah, but you got to make sure that he doesn't try to do too much here. Just keep that line moving. Do something productive and give the next guy a chance as well.
The 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Yeah, that pitch is still up a little bit, but at least this one was out on a corner. But I don't think I'd want to be making a living up there too much.
Now the 0-2 pitch. Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. Dodgers leave 1. They still trail it here 2-1.
Your attention, please. Now
and a new pitcher set to come on now as they turn things over to the finesse left-hander J.P. Howell. Leading off the inning, Miguel Montero, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. First pitch misses here to the leadoff man in the inning. The number 9 hitter in the lineup. It's ball 1. And a breaking ball falls in there for a strike. It's 1-1.
So tough to hang in there on that pitch, but you got to do it. You can't give up that inside corner, or this guy will eat you alive.
Hot shot on the ground to short. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
The batter, number 24.
Time to bring you up to date on the numbers for our 2 starters. It's our starter comparison, and the hometown 9 have had trouble generating much by way of hits, as you can see by the left side of your screen. Dexter Fowler ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that 3rd hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
First pitch on its way. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1. Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1. Chopped weakly to the left. Throw on to Gonzalez, and that's out number 2.
Now batting.
It's been the kind of game we've come to expect here at Dodger Stadium over the years as you check the line score. Pitching, defense, and not a whole lot of offense to this point. Chris Bryant digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. From the stretch. Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike 1.
You do not want to get the middle of this order up with guys on base. So this is the hitter he needs right here, right now.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. This is line to left. Crawford is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They lead it 2-1. Pedro Strop is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
Pedro Strop.
Carl Crawford leads it off for the boys in blue here in the 8th at Dodger Stadium.
Carl Crawford.
And that misses inside, 1-0. First 2 pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Schwarber has a read on it, 1 away.
Yeah, once the sun goes down here, this place plays like a much different ballpark. Case in point right there. That ball had no carry whatsoever.
Adrian Gonzalez will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole, hitless in his 3 at-bats so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely one of the better hitters in this lineup, and that's why he's in the middle of the order. He just hasn't been able to get it going today. It happens.
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
Getting that first pitch strike is so important against a guy like this. You have to be able to work ahead in the count and not let him dictate the at-bat.
And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. One out, nobody on. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Chop foul at the plate, and will do it again. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss by Gonzalez as he comes up empty, and there are 2 away.
That was quite a nice little battle as we check out the sequence of pitches here. It was a 6-pitch at bat, and as you watch this, you'll see that he wasn't going to go down without a fight. He was able to keep the at-bat alive by fighting off a couple of tough 2-strike pitches, but in the end, finally put away on that pitch right there, 1-2.
Here's Corey Seager as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball, 1-0.
No strike.
Now this is sprayed foul off to the left, and that'll even the count at 1-1. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. 2 out, nobody on. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. The 1-2 pitch. Neither guy giving in here, and they'll do it again. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Now a swing and a fly ball. And it in fact lands in the corner, foul. Again a 1-2. Pulled toward right center field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. 1-2-3 go the Dodgers. They're down 2-1. Back in the entertainment capital of the world with baseball on the show. Thanks for joining us as we're set for what remains in this one. Kicking off the top of the ninth, Anthony Rizzo, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Two and 0 now.
2 balls, no strike.
Swing and a liner. Foul. And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there, and it's 3-1 now.
And he'll be selective up there now because the Cubs would love to have a leadoff walk here.
And the count will be full. Very weakly on the ground. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes.
Neither guy giving in here. This is a great at-bat.
Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. And he makes the throw to first. Rizzo is retired, and there's 1 away.
Yeah, and that's the one problem with throwing that heavy 2-strike sinker. That's good work behind the plate to keep that ball within reach and then make the play at first.
In now, Kyle Schwarber, as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike 1. Really a good job so far by this guy out of the bullpen.
Yeah, he's come in and really put his stamp on this game. He's throwing a lot of strikes. That's what you want.
Set to deliver the 0-1. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. Swing and a little tapper, but that one rolls foul. On the ground to the left side. Out it goes right through him into left field.
Yeah, and plenty of hits here so far, but not a lot to show for it in the run column. Maybe this can help turn that around as they get a man on here with just 1 away.
Ben Zobrist stands in. He got under 1 and popped out his last time up.
Yeah, he just uppercut a fastball. That top hand kind of dragged through the zone, which caused the bat head to drop a little bit.
He's set, and the pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Flip of his glove for 1. Over to Gonzalez, and they get the double play they needed to get him out of the inning. 1 hit's all they get. 5, 6, and 7 will lead things off in the bottom of the 9th. It's the Cubs 2 and the Dodgers 1.
Your attention, please. Now
so with a save situation on tap, they'll hand the ball over to a formidable force indeed. The very hard-throwing left-hander Aroldis Chapman. And they'll need him to get something going here. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. One 1-0 pitch is right there, but ruled a ball. 2-0. Chapman's ready. Here's the 2-0. That one's more like it, he says. Back to 2-1 now.
And against a guy like this, you're usually only going to get 1 pitch to hit in that bat. Sometimes you might not even get that, so that's one he may want back.
High and deep to center field. Fowler looking up. And as Dodger fans have heard for years, she is out of here. So it's a solo shot to dead center. His first homer here in the series as the Dodgers have bounced back to tie this one at 2.
This is just a fastball right here, but I'm pretty sure it's not where he wanted it. This has got some elevation to it, and that's one of those where you know it's going to be a home run as soon as you let go of it.
Andre Ethier will stand in now following the home run that tied the ball game. So now on the mound, it's suddenly back to square 1.
Yeah, and I don't know quite how you do it, but you've got to be able to regroup and start over. The good news is it wasn't a game winner. You're still tied. So there's still hope to get this to a 10th inning and let your guys see what they can do from here on out.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball one. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And 2-0 as this one's taken low. Bases are empty here, nobody out. Lays off, and it's 3-0.
Now that he's worked it to 3-0, he's got a couple of free pitches here to pick out one he really likes.
And he'll just float a change in here now for a strike.
Yeah, it's hard to look for a change up there, especially when a guy's got a good live fastball.
Swing and a miss as he went after the slider there, and that'll run the count full.
And he's always so tough on left-handed hitters. That slider is just so difficult to pick up.
Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. One away.
Well, after you've just given up a home run to tie the ball game, you can't afford to have a letdown. And he made sure he didn't. He came back with an important strikeout, and he got the next guy.
Standing in now, Kike Hernandez. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Bases are empty, one man out. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. And, he's really given some leeway on the outside edge here. 2-2 now. Hit to short. Russell has it. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Well, that's just good pitching right there. Really ties him up with that fastball in on the hands. And he hits just a simple ground ball there for the easy out.
Yasmani Grandal stands in. He got under one and popped out his last time up.
And it was a breaking ball that seemed to fool him and induce that pop-up last time. So he may see a steady diet of those right here.
There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike one.
Corner paint right there, 97 miles an hour. What are you going to do with that?
Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1.
I'll give him this. He's not intimidated up there. That was inside. Close to triple digits. He didn't even flinch.
And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. All even now, 2-2. Two and 2 count. Here it comes. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
Boy, nothing's really come easy for him so far on the mound. He's had to work for everything, and now he's got to deal with another full count.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. So this game will not end here in the bottom of the ninth as they push across the equalizer, and we're right back where we started from. 9 can't decide a winner. We'll move ahead to the 10th, and we are tied 2-2. Now in the box, Shane Victorino. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Number 8, Shane Victorino.
And here's one that misses to the leadoff man in the inning. The number 6 hitter in the lineup. It's ball 1.
And now you're in the 10th inning. I don't think anybody in that visiting dugout expected that we'd still be playing, but you've got to put that bottom of the 9th behind you and get on with it. You can still win this ball game.
Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Swing and a high chopper to his left. Turner. Throw to first gets him. 1 out here to lead off the 10th.
Now batting.
He's put together 2 spotless innings so far out of the bullpen. I think a third would be above and beyond the call of duty.
Addison Russell steps in after hitting an RBI single his last time around. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And a high strike there. 0-1. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. 1 out, nobody on. And a half swing here, but he pretty clearly went around, and it's 1-2 now. Swing and a miss, so a perfect start to the 10th here. 2 up and 2 down.
2 quick outs here to start things off. Can't ask for much more than this in extra innings. Hold serve, then give your guys a shot to win in the bottom half.
Tommy LaStella will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty.
Tommy LaStella.
And a bouncing ball, foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Oh, and he was fooled that time on the pitch away as he went around for strike 2.
If there's one guy on this roster that wants the ball in a moment like this, this is the guy.
Grounder down the line at third, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Ready with the 0-2. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
That trying to go front door with that breaking ball started it a little too far inside, though.
Hard hit ball towards the hole, and that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
Now batting, catcher
Jorge Soler will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
68, Jorge Soler.
And he'll try to check his swing here, but he'll have no such luck. It's strike 1. Hit down the third baseline, but this will get foul for strike 2. hit to third. Turner has it. He'll go the short way to Kendrick at second, and that'll be that. One left for the Cubs. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. Manny Parra will come on here to start the home 10th, and all he's looking to do is get this one to the 11th inning.
Manny Parra.
David Ross is into the ball game here as he takes over behind the plate.
Number 3, David Ross.
Yasiel Puig is going to come in and pinch hit here as he's the potential winning run here in the bottom half of inning number 10. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2. Now a ball hit pretty well to the left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul. Hit hard but foul to the left, and they'll try it again. Swing and a liner. Foul. Oh, and 2 count. Here's the pitch. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit.
That might be his way of saying, look, enough of the foul balls already.
In tight with the slider, 2-2.
Oh, that's not a bad idea right there. Go ahead and try that back foot slider on a 1-2. Hope you can get him to commit. That's a good job of laying off of that pitch.
Hard hit ball to second, but an atom ball right to him for the first out.
Remember now, that's the winning run if he can get on. Definitely put a good swing on this ball. Just unlucky that it was right at him.
Here's Howie Kendrick. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Fastball not close, and he runs it to 2 balls and a strike. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game.
2 up, 2 down to start off the bottom half. Starting to look like this one's going to go another inning.
Ready now, Carl Crawford, already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Now here's the pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. Schwarber on the move, but this will land foul just shy of the wall. Another 1-2 delivery. And he strikes him out to retire the side, so we'll play at least one more. Dodgers down in order. And this game is still tied at 2-2. Luis Avilan will be summoned from the bullpen here as he'll take over to start inning number 11.
Luis Avilan.
Dexter Fowler will be the first one to greet him as he'll have to turn around and bat from the right side of the plate here.
Well, you know he's feeling good at the plate, so he's already got 2 hits in this game, looking for another one.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Oh, and I think that got him in the foot. Throw gets him, so they are able to get an out on an unusual play. And hopefully the pitcher's okay. And time now to see quite where that got him. And it appeared from up here at least, and his actions on the field confirm it. It looked like it got him on his drive leg, which could be problematic, of course, for him. But from the way he's trying to walk it off, I think he's going to try to continue. Chris Bryant digs in now after lining out in his last try.
Yeah, he was right on the off-speed stuff and hit it well, but just didn't have any luck. It's going to be interesting to see if they stay with more fastballs right here.
To short, hit hard. Seager is up with it. Throw on to Gonzalez, and that's out number 2.
Quick outs are the key at this point in the ballgame. Save your bullets. You never know how far you're going to have to go.
Into the box, Anthony Rizzo. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
And guys, this has been just what the doctor ordered out of the bullpen.
Yeah, they needed him to come in and give him a strong inning, and he's done exactly that.
And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now. Boy, he sure can sling that thing, can't he?
He sure can. A very wide arm angle, comes from the first base side. It's not straight either. It's moving.
And this is going to be a foul ball in amongst the spectators. The 0-2 delivery. Jammed him a bit there as it's fouled at the plate. 2 out, nobody on. Another one sent foul. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit. You think there was any intent there?
I don't think so. I mean, he's just trying to bury that 2-seamer in on the hands. Got away from him just a little bit.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning.
And this is where he gets so tough. He's seen everything he's got, but you still got to make one more good pitch to get him out.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2.
Wow, what an at-bat he's having right now. He's fought off some tough pitches. He's laid off a few pitches like that one. And now he's worked his way back to a 3-2 count.
Locked in a good battle. Here comes another one. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Count is full. Here's the pitch. Fights off another pitch and hits it foul right at the plate. He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. Good battle continues as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count remains 3-2. Ready now with the payoff pitch. Out in front of that one. May have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. Payoff pitch on its way. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. 2 out, nobody on. And he strikes him out here for out number 3. So after a scoreless top half, they'll have a chance to win it here in the bottom half. Cubs are down in order. Score remains 2-2. Adrian Gonzalez ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting. And you have to accept that it's going to happen sometime.
Started to go around, but it's ruled strike one anyway. This man out for a second inning of work, and why not? He set him down 1-2-3 the last time around.
Right, and with 2 strikeouts mixed in there as well. Just let him keep going.
And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Well, that one's at 94, so the velocity's good right now.
Down and away. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
1-2 to count.
Sliced hard on the ground. And a throw on by Zobrist gets him at first for out number 1.
That's a nice backhanded play there at second. You'd like to be able to get in front of this ball if you can, but here he does a nice job of looking it into the glove, and then he makes the throw to first for the out.
Here's Corey Seager. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. 1 out, nobody on. Boy, in a perfect spot for the splitter there. It's 0-2. Hard hit ball to second. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And he will recover in time to get it over to first. Nicely done there as they record the second out.
Well, I always used to think that the best thing about playing second base is that you've got the shortest throw on the field. And this ball is just waffled right at him. But he's able to knock it down, keep it in front of him, keep his calm, and still get the out at first.
Justin Turner will get another crack at it here as we flash you back to the 9th inning. This solo home run was a big one as it helped to get us to where we are now in the extra innings. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Outside at 94, 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And a splitter here, but he had a bit too much on it as this bounces up to the plate. And he lays off a pitch off the plate and high. 3-2. Ready to deliver the full count pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Schwarber is there to make the catch, and that means we've got more baseball ahead. Pretty painless half of the inning all told. 11 innings in the books now, and we are tied 2-2. Kyle Schwarber will stand in to start out the 12th inning of play, and it starts to become a war of attrition once you've reached this point in the ball game.
Yeah, we're getting to the point where there's some really tired legs out there on both sides. The bullpens have been working overtime. Heck, even the announcers are starting to get a little bit hoarse.
Cold strike at the letters, 0-1.
Not a bad idea to take a look at that one there. Now that you've seen the curveball, you can start to get a better gauge on it. Get a feel for what it looks like coming out of the pitcher's hand.
Ready with the 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Filthy changeup that time, but he's able to make contact, and he'll get another chance. Smoke the other way, high and deep to left. Crawford looking up, and goodbye. This one ain't coming back. A solo shot here to left. His first homer so far in the series, and it gives the Cubbies a 3-2 lead.
Oh, well, this is how you start an extra inning off right. Now, he wants to go home, too, so he drops a barrel on that one, and now these guys will need to see if this will stand up.
The second baseman, number 18.
Here's Ben Zobrist now. Fly ball out toward left center field. Crawford is in pursuit, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out. Programming note to pass along here. Due to the length of our ball game tonight, the Jody Kelsey show will not be seen this evening, so that we can bring you the conclusion of this ball game. Doggone. Shane Victorino digs in with 1 run in and 1 gone in the inning. Pitch home to Victorino. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Yeah, kind of a late decision to swing there. Even if he hits that thing, that might just be a routine fly to right.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw on to first takes care of Victorino for out number 2.
Well, you can see this is a changeup right here. He's got him out on his front foot, and you see him just sort of chop at this one right into the ground. That's going to be an easy play out there at second base.
Here's Addison Russell. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. Oh, much too tardy on the fastball. 1-1.
Just overmatched him there.
Two out, nobody on. One and two.
Yeah, still a little late with that swing. He's got to get going a little sooner.
And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. Count holds at 1-2. Here's another 1-2. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
When a pitcher's close to getting through a quick inning, this is where you really need to grind out your at-bats, especially as a bottom of the order guy. So this is a good job so far.
And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2. Bases are empty here with two men out. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Crawford is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. So just the one hit in the inning, but it's a home run that pushes him out in front. Andre Ethier will come forward now, trying to at least get on base with his guys down a run here in extra innings.
Yeah, I don't think you really need to be swinging for the fences just yet. You just need to find a way to get some guys on base and get that conveyor belt rolling.
Here's the pitch. And this is up and in, ball one. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
A lot of late movement on that fastball. That nearly came back to the outer edge.
And a good eye that time to lay off the fastball. It's 3-0. Kike Hernandez is on deck. And this is taken for ball four. So just like that, the tying runs aboard to start the home half.
Well, it seems to me like you've at least got to make him go after something there. I mean, the bat never left his shoulder. That's making it way too easy for a guy leading off the inning.
Time called here, as with the potential tying run aboard, they'll make the move to get a little more speed out there. Kike Hernandez stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Grounded back up the middle. He'll go to the bag for one. On to Rizzo, and it's a double play.
The catcher, number 9, Yasmani Grandal.
Yasmani Grandal digs in. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and they banned him on a fastball last time, so let's see if they come at him with the hard stuff again.
Now here's the pitch. And boy, a high strike called there. That's not all that consistent, but it's strike one. Well, that pitch isn't going to light up the radar gun, but it's been effective.
Well, it doesn't have to. If you get that good movement and put it in the right spot, it's plenty good enough to do the job.
To first. Throw on to first will be in time to get him, and the Cubs are going to help this series hold form. All 3 games won by the visitors so far, as this one is over.
Well, this one sure didn't come easy. It took them 12 innings to do it, but they come away with a great victory here on the road.
Time for one last check of the line score in this extra innings victory. Well, guys, as you know, if you're going to pick a time to have a big ball game, you may as well make it happen in the playoffs. And this man right here obviously did. He's our top player of the game.
And obviously, every game is so important in the postseason, but this was one they definitely needed, and he came up with a huge performance here.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Cubs win this one 3-2. Good night from Los Angeles.
Here now is the final line score tonight. First for the victorious Chicago Cubs. 3 runs on 10 hits. 1 error. They left 8 runners on base. For the Dodgers, 2 runs on 5 hits. No errors. They left 6 men on base. The winning pitcher is Manny Parra. Toss goes to Luis Avalon. Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 1 minute. Tonight's paid attendance, a sellout 56,000. The Dodgers thank you for attending tonight's game. And as you leave Dodger Stadium,